I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
There we go. There we are. Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? Welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime show. The Knicks at Night podcast. Man, listen, the more, this season is so up and down. This season is so up and down, man. Listen, before 7:30, I was so down in the dumps and depressed. And then the game started. And then all of a sudden, we are back. All of a sudden, we're back. You got to love this team. You got to love this team, man. I'm not going to hold you. You gotta love this team, man. I mean, let me check this. Let me do this microphone real quick so I can. I was going to change this mic real quick so I can do something. Yeah, man, you gotta love this team. I mean, just when you're about to start, maybe, possibly feeling sorry for the team or putting your head down, this team will come out and impress you. I mean, you legit. This team keeps you so you can't tune away from it. This team is has so much fight in them that you legit can't even afford to turn away from the team for a little bit because they always fight to the very end. This team legit fights to the very end, man. I mean, you get the Randall news, and then you get the OG Anunoby news, and just when you think it's doom and gloom, they come out and beat one of the best teams in the Western Conference. I mean, I was already primed to start my I feel so bad because Randall is out for the season thing. I was all primed to have my conversation about maybe OG Anunoby being out until the playoffs start, and then they go out and do this. Man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about the way this team won tonight. Salute to Miguel P. D Block is in the building. Andios, what's good? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. Salute to everybody watching. The late night crew is in full effect. Salute to y'all. Man, I'm not even going to lie to you. Every time you think this team is down, they bounce back with something. Every time you think they're down, they prove to you that they even if they are down, they won't stay down. Virtuoso is in the building. King Imbert is in the building. Salute. I'm legit so excited about where we are, man. Just to listen, we could have folded the tent against the Sacramento Kings tonight, and every Knicks fan could have understood why. Ed Winning is in the building. Salute. When the Knicks were down big to the Kings, I think every Knicks fan would have understood if they just laid down. Greg Hamilton is in the building. Salute. I was all set to go over box scores and all that stuff, but you know what? This was an impressive win, right? And the Sixers beat the Heat tonight. Keep the heat off our backs. No pun intended. Legit, I was all set to talk about the box score, about how, such and such impacted the game. Tonight, this was a total team effort, man. Tonight was a total team effort. We didn't get to see much Precious Achiuwa, but so what? We didn't get to see much Alec Burks, but so what? We legit got to see about 40 minutes of Dante, 40 minutes of Josh Hart, 40 minutes of Deuce, about 40 minutes of Jalen Brunson. And I guess this felt like a must-win for Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks. It felt like a must-win. And if this is the effort that we put forth in must-win games, then I'm excited for the Knicks. Mets is in the building. Salute. King Ribby is in the building. Salute, salute. So you get the news. Julius Randle's out for the season. You get that mid-afternoon, right? Early evening, you get the news that the Knicks might be okay if OG Anunoby doesn't return until the playoffs, right? So now you're thinking about the Josh Hart statement about, he would, blah, blah, blah. You already know that the Josh Hart statement. He wouldn't be surprised if none of the guys returned into the playoff start. Right? And then the Sacramento Kings come out and jump all over the Knicks early. And Tom Thibodeau in real time makes adjustment after adjustment after adjustment after adjustment. He tinkers and tinkers and tinkers and tinkers until he finds something that works. And once he found something that worked, he stuck with it. The Knicks came out ice cold from 3 against Sacramento, and I mean ice cold from 3. And when I say ice cold, I mean ice cold from 3. But they finished the game hot from 3. McBride at one point, I think, was 1 for 8 from 3. I think Dante was 1 for 3 from 3. But once the three-pointers started falling, there was nothing Sacramento could do. And for the first time in a very long time, the New York Knicks have swept the Sacramento Kings. I don't know how accurate that statement is, but it feels like a long time. Feels like a long time. Wiz/BK/LA is in the building. I think the player of today's game, though he did not score the most points, one of the players of the game, though he didn't score the most points, and I think you guys have a feeling on who I'm going to mention. Isaiah Hartenstein. Isaiah Hartenstein, though he didn't put up big numbers like Jalen Brunson, he didn't put up 35 points and 11 assists and 3 steals, right? What he did do, though, is catch that ball and kick it out to shooters inside out. Isaiah Hartenstein used that thing called gravity, like we like to mention. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is a very, 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 very impressive win. Right? This is a very impressive win. Not because of the opponent necessarily, but because of the odds that were stacked against us. Because of the odds that were stacked against us. All the narratives, all the news against a very good team, a team looking to make a statement, a team that got out of the box, a team that came out of the box looking to punch us in the face, and they did that. They did that. They jumped out on us early, and that's okay. It's not always about how you start. Sometimes it's about how you finish. And I understand that that's situational. But tonight, I think it's apropos. At halftime, I believe De'Aaron Fox had 16 points on his way to a big game. And I think he finished with 29 points. So he did have a big game, right? On 11 of 26 shooting. So De'Aaron Fox finished with 29, 7, and 7. And Sabonis finished with 17, 11, and 7. But the way Hartenstein distributed the ball after Tibbs made a major adjustment. After Tibbs made a major adjustment, when Sacramento started blitzing the pick and roll and started trapping Jalen Brunson across half, the ball movement tonight got us better three-point looks than what we were looking for, right? We were looking for three-pointers out of the pick and roll. That wasn't necessarily there early on. And we were looking to shoot threes from or offense from the outside in. And when we started focusing on scoring from the inside out, that inverted Sacramento's defense. And this is the result that you got. This is the result you got. I believe, if I remember correctly, Sacramento scored 60 points at the half, and they finished with 109. 8 points below their season average. And the Knicks scored 120, and they average about 112. 8 points above their season average. And if you ask most Knicks fans if they thought this was the result, if you ask most Knicks fans, is this what they thought they were going to get? I think most Knicks fans honestly would say no. I think most Knicks fans, if they were honest with you, if most Knicks fans be honest with you, I think they would say, no, this is not the result that they anticipated. It's what it is. It's what it is. Andio says, where the Josh Hart haters at? Yeah, where are they? Where are the Josh Hart haters right now? B-Baller for real is in the building. B-Baller for real says the key is that Brunson finally figured out how to consistently counter the double team. Now the gravity is do teams double and accept a downhill Hart or let Jalen dance them off the stage. It's tough. Right? Here's the thing. With that pick up high, Tom Thibodeau, instead of Tom Thibodeau sending Hartenstein up top, he sent Josh Hart up top to set the screen. And then Josh Hart split into that space. Sacramento couldn't defend it. And then you started getting more wide open threes, or dare I say, wider open threes. Wider open threes. Tom Thibodeau made the adjustment. Instead of sending Hartenstein up top to set the screen and not having an outlet from Jalen Brunson, he hit Josh Hart in the pinch post where Josh Hart can make passes and direct traffic or dribble the ball away from the defender, pull the defender away, and give it to Hartenstein where Hartenstein can make decisions. IKBM Dre's in the building. IKBM Dre says, big up to all my haters. Salute to IKBM Dre. Tom Thibodeau made adjustments from what I saw, he made adjustments from about early second quarter to late fourth quarter. Right? And what I also want to point out too, is that the Knicks were the benefactor of some really, really close calls. If I were a Sacramento Kings fan, I could almost say that the Knicks were getting a lot of the calls. If I were a Sacramento Kings fan. But I'm not. So I won't. IKB and Dre says the same looks against Bam Adebayo yields different results. Yeah. Possibly. But tonight against the Sacramento Kings, what he did worked. What he did worked. So in terms of that stuff, IKBM, I'm just gonna say that in terms of that stuff, when we played them, we spoke to that. We played a different team. I'll speak to this. IKBM says, and we started hitting shots we normally make. They stopped shooting scorchingly hot. Part of that I feel like were defensive adjustments. I want to give Tom Thibodeau credit. And in the second half, man, those 3-pointers, De'Aaron Fox hit over Deuce McBride, bro, you can't cover that more aggressively without fouling. You can't cover that more aggressively without fouling. I mean, Deuce is listed at 6'2". I don't think you can't cover that any more aggressively. De'Aaron Fox is a star in this league. But for this year, I'll take the results. The Knicks sweep the Kings. Tomorrow night, the Knicks play Chicago. And I already started the trash talking with Bulls fans already. Yeah, hey, B-Baller for real said, yep, they kept losing. The dude that looked like IKBM. What's the tall dude, the 3-point shooting dude that looked like IKBM Dre? He kind of looked like Dre, like he could be Dre nephew or something. The young kid, y'all know who I'm talking about. The 3-point shooting dude, Murray. That's him. They kept losing him. I think is more a testament to his skills of relocating without the basketball than us just forgetting where he is. I want to give Sacramento some credit. Sacramento's a good team. Tonight, I think a good team beat a good team tonight. And I would have said the same thing if Sacramento beat us. If Sacramento beat us, I would have said a good team beat a good team tonight. A good team beat a really good team. Tom Thibodeau made adjustments. Our smaller guys grabbed key rebounds when Sacramento went small. And the light-skinned dude I'm talking about is not Trey Lyles, because he got open a few times too, right? Also. Right. Yeah. Yeah. IKBM's nephew, Keegan Murray. Right. But number 41, Trey Lyles, got open a lot also. Right. He had some shots. He had the opportunity to knock down some threes. Fortunate for us, he didn't catch fire. So Keegan Murray was 4 of 10 for 3. He had 18 points. He was a factor. But I think the biggest thing was we held Sacramento to 86 shots. We held them to 86 shots, and they're used to taking 91 shots. And I know that seems like whatever, right? It seems like whatever, but I think that was a factor. Justo is in the building. He says Knicks versus Kings finals matchup would be great one day. Yeah. I think so. I would be excited. I would be excited to see the Knicks and the Kings in the finals. Honestly, I would be excited to see the Knicks versus anyone in the finals. But bump. Drum roll. But bump. Right? So the Knicks have Chicago. I don't know what Chicago has been like or has been playing like the last few games. I'm just going to check and see. I'm going to check the ESPN Knicks versus Chicago Bulls game cast. I know there's a lot of stuff for us to talk about. And I want to get to it, but I want to look at a couple things first. So Julian Phillips is out. Torrey Craig is out. Chicago is 2-3 in their last 5 games. And honestly, the games that they lost, Atlanta, Brooklyn, Washington, were against mediocre to bad teams. But their wins, Minnesota and Indiana, were impressive wins. So I believe they may be Jekyll and Hyde-ish. Bricks Nation is in the building. None other is in the building. Salute y'all. Hey, listen, and I gotta again, I gotta start doing this. Corey Lee had been smothering me with this, and I have to do better. If this is your first time, subscribe to the channel. If you've been here for a while and you like it, man, subscribe to the channel. Definitely hit the like button. Share. And more importantly than all of that, contribute to the conversation. You know, I read the chat. I want you guys to put your opinion in the chat. This is a Knicks fans channel. So be a part of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? We'd like to hear your input. We'd like to hear your feedback. We'd like to hear you contribute to the conversation and such. So do all those things that Corey Lee told me to tell y'all to do, or Corey Lee would be mad at me. So is there? Let me ask the chat. Let me ask y'all this: is there anything that stood out in tonight's game that you felt like what stood out in tonight's game to you guys? Like legit, what stood out in tonight's game? What happened in tonight's game that you saw that you either didn't see coming or it impressed you a ton? Let me know. I'm gonna read the chat, man. Y'all let me know.
Hey, boss.
What's good, man?
Well, happy that we got this win tonight.
You down, bro? Man, you
But I
laid it for the night, man. You must be worn out. How's the day at work?
First half of the day was kind of slow, but then it picked up when I got stuck in the pick line.
Oh man. So it kept you busy?
Yeah. I mean, the fact that we came back from being down by as many as 21 with 8.5 left in the second quarter threw me for a loop.
Right.
I mean, I was like, what the hell are you guys doing in the first half?
So that was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What else got you?
That now that the team knows they're not getting Randall back until around this coming Christmas, because it takes about 8 months at maximum for that kind of surgery for the patch up. Know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, the Randall thing was difficult for me to handle. It's still difficult for me to handle.
I mean,
and even though I'm a Randall fan, right? My thing is, the reason why it's difficult for me to handle is not just because I like Randall specifically. It's just because anytime you lose one of your best player for an extended amount of time, it's going to hurt the team in the long run.
What tortured me inside about the whole Randall fiasco was all of the games we could have won because we were distracted by his stubbornness and pride and unwillingness to get the surgery right away. Know what I mean?
I'm not sure, because if it takes 8 months for you to recover, even if he got the surgery in February, he'd have still been out to October, right?
Yeah, but at the very least, we would have gotten him back sooner than what the timetable now states. We're not getting him back until around Christmas.
Right.
At least if he had gotten it when it happened, we would have had him in around or shortly after the next season's opener.
Right. I'm not sure what went into the decision making. Right. I'm confident though, and listen, I don't either way it goes, whether he got the surgery earlier or later. To me, I don't really have an opinion on it. But what I will say is, I'm confident that whatever decision he made, he didn't make it by himself. Right. I'm sure the team doctors had some say. The organization had some say. Maybe he got a second opinion. From what we know from Randall always wants to play. Like, the dude, even when he always wants to get out there and play.
But there are just some situations like that where you need to play it safe. Get the surgery as soon as possible.
Right.
The fact that he waited almost 2 months before making that decision bothers me a little bit.
Right. Yeah. So IKBM Dre says it's a 6-month recovery, but Dre, I think the point that I think the point that a lot of people are making is that regardless how long the recovery process is, do you get the surgery right away and then just start the rehab clock sooner, or do you try to rehab it so you can get close enough to maybe getting on the court? Either way, we're at a point where surgery is the only option.
That was the point I was getting at. I mean, you let me use football for a reference point. When Graham Gano was kicking for the Giants last season and missing field goals, you knew something was wrong, and you were wondering why the heck it took until after Week 8 against the Jets. It took him so long to go under the knife, and he would be out for about 8 months.
Right.
For knee surgery.
Right.
Now, maybe shoulder surgery doesn't take as long as knee surgery, but it's still a vital joint you need to get fixed ASAP. And if that means going under the knife, so be it.
And Justo, thank you for Justo says Randall was on pace but had a setback when he re-injured again. Plus, if we hit a second round and in a great situation, he would have came back. I don't know, man. All of this is at this point, all of it's speculation. Like we don't have, like we think we have all the details. Like the setback thing, the Knicks never mentioned anything about a setback. Right? The Knicks legit, as we watched it, as we did the Knicks Morning Drive every show, every time I saw Randall on the injury report, I mentioned the expected return date. And that expected return date went from March 5th to the 7th to and on until about 2 weeks ago, where he disappeared off the injury report totally. And then we get the news today.
And this is what I don't like with this front office, when they cover it up. I get you don't want to incite panic by telling the truth, but sometimes a lie keeps growing and growing and growing until eventually it breaks through that glass ceiling and the truth is exposed.
Right. Indeed.
Better to just tell the truth right away and get the panic out of the system.
Right.
Than to cover it up week in, week out, and then have everyone after your head just for lying to you about it.
Right. And IKBM says Knicks didn't mention anything and Randall went to Chris Haynes and spoke for himself. Did Randall go to Chris Haynes or did Chris Haynes reach out to Randall? Because that'll be two totally different. See, because if Randall went to Chris Haynes to get his side of the story out, then there may be dissension between him and the organization. But if Chris Haynes asked to interview him and he asked Randall and then Randall was honest, if Randall was just honest, then I could see where Randall could be like, hey, you know what? I'll just keep it real. I'll just tell you what really happened. But if it's one of those deals where Randall felt like he had to go to an outside source to tell the truth, then I think there may be some things going on out there.
I mean, if Randall has to go behind the backs of the organization to tell the truth, it's basically like that one line in God of War Ragnarok, where Mimir basically calls Onau as a scumbag liar. Why should we believe you? What have your promises been worth? If he tells you snow is white, he's lying.
Right. Yeah, my thing is honestly, I'm gonna look at things. Things are what they are. When the injury happened, I thought you were raw. I thought you were gonna roar like. but listen, hey, when the injury happened, I panicked right there at the moment. I just knew right then that Randall was out for the season because it reminded me of how Kevin Love was injured by Kelly Olynyk.
When was this?
Years ago. It's years ago, like maybe 8 years ago, something like that.
So it's Cleveland days?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So and Kelly Olynyk was with the Celtics, I believe, at the time. Right. I think I can't remember for sure. It was either way. Kelly Olynyk injured Kevin Love, and as soon as you saw the shoulder injury, you knew Kevin Love was injured and possibly out for the season, and he was injured and possibly and was out for the season. And when I saw Randall injured, I thought the same thing immediately. Like, this thing looks familiar.
And Love's case, he never recovered from it.
Right. And Andio says last week when Josh Hart said we have to play with what we have, I knew Juju was not coming back. Okay. All right. Yeah.
When he said that, I thought to myself, Josh, why don't you just shut up? Even if what you said is honest.
Right.
Shut up.
Right. That's so I'm kind of on the fence with that because as a fan, I want the truth at all times, man. I would rather you tell me the truth and then let me deal with it on my own as opposed to kind of sugarcoating it. You know what I mean? Now, if it was a deal where he had the option not to say anything, then don't say anything. Right? But when he was asked and he was honest, I think I can deal with that better. Right? Just be upfront, just be truthful, man. But if Josh Hart was because I never saw it live, so I didn't get a chance. I'm going by I'm honestly you basically sourcing. I'm using what y'all saw as a source as opposed to me seeing the actual interview. So if he was prompted, then I'm okay with it. If he was not prompted and volunteered it, then I'm like, yeah, maybe we could have handled that a little bit differently.
True.
Yeah, Andio says, still feel like Juju should have got the surgery sooner. Is gonna hurt us in the long run. Has me thinking, is he going to still be here? Okay. I'm gonna say to that that ultimately it's Julius Randle's body. Ultimately, whether he's a team guy or a selfish guy or whatever, anytime it comes to going under the knife, I think you have to be comfortable in the decision that you make.
Yeah.
You know, as a man, listen, I've had multiple surgeries, right? Multiple surgeries. Some I elected, to get right away, right? I was in a car accident. I'm like, no, you got to fix this leg, man. My leg is turned around backwards. We got to fix this right now. And then I had orbital bone breaks in my face and stuff. And you're like, do you just let it heal naturally? Do you walk around looking like, yo, hey, Drip Mall is in the building. Drip Mall, what's the thing that websites have for you to you got to figure out the picture in order for you to sign into an account? You know what I'm talking about? That's what my face was looking like one time. Like everything was out of place. And so I was like, can I just get it straightened up and not miss work? No, it'll take like 9 months. Yeah, well, I can't walk around looking like a horror villain for 9 months, man. I just got to get surgery.
Like Pinhead?
Yeah. Drip Mall said puzzle placement, kind of. Yeah, yeah. So one I was really seriously thinking about, and the others, I'm like, yeah, Dre, that's right. I was looking like a capture. Yeah, I was like, you're like, dang, bro, why your cheeks sag so low? Hey, man, let me go get the surgery. And for the most part, y'all can't even tell, right? Y'all can't even tell, man. Like, some of y'all just say, man, Uncle Freezy dude's an ugly dude. Yeah, I know. But anyways, whatever Randall chose, whatever decision he made, the one thing I know about Randall is that he wants to play basketball, right? And so going to him and talking to him about not playing basketball, being on the shelf for an extended amount of time, I know that rubbed him the wrong way. Just like those martial arts movies where the young protege wants to go into battle right away, but his mentor knows he's not ready, right? And so instead of, and the mentor is like, hey, you're not ready, but the protege wants to rush into, but you can't tell him not to fight. Soulfinger, what's good, bro?
What's happening now, Freeze? What's happening now, Mets?
Salute, Soul.
Bro, you came in right on time at 1 o'clock, bro. We doing the essential top 10 Blue-Eyed Soul countdown, bro. At 1 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
man.
think I could slide in for a little bit before I had to go lay it down and hit my pit.
All right. So what you think about the game tonight?
Oh man, that was please as punch. I was sitting up there smiling so hard my ears were in my mouth. I
Yeah,
was
man.
enjoying that, man. It's something we needed. It was definitely a win, man. Winning cures all ailments. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
And especially with the on top of the news, and I didn't mean my bad for ruining your day, Freeze, when I sent that out to you, man.
No, I think that's exactly what I needed, man. A sucker punch. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, at least
Anytime, bro.
Hey, you know that song? You know that one song? You know that one line? That's what friends are for.
I'm gonna hop off, Freeze. It's way past my bedtime.
All right, boss.
Peace.
So,
yep.
Yeah, I had I was like, man, time it hit my phone, I shot that joke out, man. And I wasn't really too surprised. I was like, dang. But then as the game went on, they announced what happened to him. He re-injured it during practice with a pad. I was like, well, that's all right. I'll get it done, come back better than ever, and go from there. But I like how them fellas played today. And I've been talking about, we're going to talk him back up. We're about to talk this cat up. He's going to come out from under wherever he disappeared to and get to talking about, spreadsheets and bar graphs and the abacus dedicated to.
Oh, you talking about EG 14,000?
Yeah.
Man, I love EG 14,000 as a guest, but when he come on, he won't let nobody talk, bro.
No, yeah,
it's like he got like 6 million words saved up for one event.
Man, yeah. And they be popping them off, and he said, "Oh, I got more."
You're right. I love him as a guest, man. But when he come on, nobody else is gonna get a chance to talk. So,
well, hey, don't get him and Wiz together. Oh, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah, Wiz ain't gonna talk, bro. When EG 14,000 come on, bro, you ain't gonna get a chance to.
Wiz gonna get his in. You gonna have Aegis over there talking about
my Hartenstein is the GOAT.
Yeah, is the GOAT, and Wiz talking about Deuce, the up and coming GOAT of all times. So
yeah.
But no, it was a good win. I like how they played ball, man. And hey, Josh Hart he went out there and said, okay, let me show you something. He actually had a season high tonight.
Yeah.
And Al Hart almost had a double. And Mitch came in and did his thing. And yeah, I know De'Aaron Fox, was lighting Deuce up, that he shooting over Deuce. Deuce plays hard defense, even though I think they gave, well, it's just me. I feel it was ticky-tack. Some of those fouls he was getting, but he didn't foul out. He kept doing what he had to do. So, right. I mean, everybody played. Even Bogey. Bogey came to play today. I was like, oh, damn, somebody gave him some Geritol, and he was getting it in. Geritol and they put some BC powder in his Gatorade. I was like, oh, get it.
What's that joint they put? The old ladies used to rub on their chest. You said you couldn't even go stand by them. They'll knock you out with the medicine smell.
Some of that Vic Sass.
Yeah. Oh, they put about two Wilt Chamberlain hand sizes of Vic Sass on his chest.
Man, on his chest. Then put it on the soles of their feet and say, sleep with your socks on, baby.
Yeah, man.
Hit you. Hey, when you got the cold, they hit you with the Vicks mustache. Both
Oh
of you
yeah.
all. Oh yeah, they do all that. So I think they put some. They gave him some Christus Gate is crushed up some Geritol and put some BC powder in his Gatorade, and he was getting it.
He was, yeah, man.
I was like, okay. I mean, the thing is everybody's got to continue to step up and play like that. And I
Right.
know we're asking a lot from cats that normally don't do that, that haven't been in a position, but this is what it is now. Randall's not coming. You know,
Right.
he's not coming. So now cats really got to realize, and that's a mental shift too. You know, they flipping different switches, realizing that mentally, okay, because in the back of their head is, oh, Randall will be back, he'll be back. But now they know that he's not coming back, cats are like, all right, I got to get it now. You know,
Right.
and
Right.
so it's something we needed. We just need. I would like to see Orlando start taking some L's. So and us
Did they
start
lose
taking.
tonight? I think they lost tonight.
No, they pulled it out.
Okay.
They pulled it. Yeah, they pulled it out.
Okay.
Philly won,
Okay.
which is good because Miami dropped down. So
Yeah, man. Hey, tonight we legit were playing like dudes from the greatest borough God ever created. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Like legit. We wasn't playing like that one borough. Now we was playing like the best borough. Ain't that, hey, King Ribby? Ain't that right, King Ribby? We was playing like that best borough. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't playing like that other borough, like that Fugazi borough, right? The ones that think they you know what I'm saying, they all that. We was playing legit. Shout out to Queens, New York, though. Shout out to Queens. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bronx. Yo, Alawaz says, Brooklyn, keep on taking it. Thought I told you that we won't stop. Brooklyn, keep on taking it. What's that from? Sophie, is that Diddy?
What?
I
That
thought I
take that,
told you
take
that
that.
we won't stop. I thought I told you that. That's
Yeah,
112,
yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, 112 was doing that, but yeah, but that's a Diddyism, the Diddler, the Diddler.
Yeah.
Man, look, they are on his dome on some stuff. It- Did you check out what I sent you? But
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
I was,
I
uh,
saw it.
I was like, my man was fine. I've been laughing about that for a minute, man. They talk about, hey, everybody else in Hollywood's house. In Hollywood, their house get broken into, but his.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, man. Salute to wherever Diddy from. I can't even remember where Diddy from, bro. But salute to wherever he from, man.
Yeah, well, you can be going to the land that don't drop the soap.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I I honestly no lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, chat. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I legit was in panic mode. I talked to
Yeah.
about I talked to about a dozen Knicks fans this afternoon on the
Oh
telephone.
man, hey Freeze, I heard it. Hey, when I got that text back, you said I'm sad. I was like, man, I ain't never heard Freezes go out like that. Oh, speaking of that, hey, I just want to give you Woodshed and Anthony D so smooth he needs no chaser. That show, the Big Boss Man Roundtable
Right,
today.
right.
Freeze, that's probably one of your. I think that's one of your. I want to say that's one of your top 3 shows, man.
I be trying to tell Anthony D he a star.
That
I be
was
trying
one of the man. Look, Anthony D was man. Hey, he was speaking the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I mean, it was just on point, man. I was, I watched the replay. I was listening to the replay while I was working today, man, and I had to agree with everybody, man. That was a spot on show. That the show was that was top notch. If that one don't get a lot of likes, man, there's something going on, man. I
Yeah,
think the refs in the NBA up there shaving off
the
lights
YouTube
or something.
refs, the YouTube
The
refs.
YouTube ref,
I
yeah, they
hit swallow when
do.
they
Yeah,
whistle.
yeah, they'll just swallow the whistle, doing them like they did us in San Antonio.
Yeah, man.
You know,
I,
but
I and
that was a hell
ironically,
of
I
a
think
show.
tonight the Knicks got the benefit of the whistle tonight.
Actually, well, you know, I hit Wise. I shot him a text, and I told him, I said, it's amazing when the game is somewhat called down the middle, what can happen.
Right,
It's mind-boggling, isn't it? I mean, you know, it's really mind-boggling how the Knicks can play, and
right,
you let the Knicks play their brand of ball.
right,
This is just a theory I have. You know, it could be thrown. You know, my thinking is thrown off or whatever, freeze and
right,
whatever. But the thing about it is, nobody plays defense in this day and age. That physical type defense. They
right,
used to just running up and down, ticky tack. So a lot of these refs don't understand. I mean, they don't. They've gotten away. Those have been around since gotten away from calling it. And then you got the younger refs. They're not used to seeing defense. I mean, think what other team plays like hard nosed defense, not dirty defense, but hard nosed defense, physical in the end, grind it out. You know, what other team has been putting up scores that we used to see in the '90s, somewhat '80s and '90s? You know, the
right,
whole overall game. It's the Knicks.
right,
You know, the Knicks, they play hard, physical. You know, get all up in you like a wedgie, cause you problems like a hemorrhoid type defense. And these refs are not used to that, you know, and things. But then too, they do anoint certain players that haven't really, you know, hadn't done anything just yet. And they anoint them and overlooking, you know, Brunson, because I think Brunson is probably like the in a lot of ways one of the most disrespected players I've seen when it comes to calls and things of that nature.
right, right, right.
But I just had to give you a shout out, you Woodshed and Anthony D.
Yeah,
That was
that was
one
last
hell of
minute
a
too. By the
show.
way, that was last minute. I hit Woodshed up like, yo, we gonna do the Big Boss Man this week or what? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm free right now.
Man, you need to bring Woodshed. You need to get Woodshed out more often, man. It's
Yeah,
like
man,
you've been
Woodshed that dude.
yeah, you Woodshed came on with some man. But Anthony D, I call Anthony D the Dean. I call him the Dean because man, he was given an education
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
day. He went blackboard chalk and had the old school pointer. He was breaking it down. I was like, hey, and anybody and a lot of Knicks fans that were ready to go see their therapist sit on the couch because of what was going on. I think Anthony D calmed a lot of people's nerves today. Shout out to Anthony D. He put on a masterful piece of education when it
yeah.
comes to Knicks Nation.
Hey,
Being
shout out to those Queens Knicks fans, bro. Them
man,
Them Knicks fans from Queens, bro. They hardcore, bro.
man, it was
They be breaking that thing down, bro.
man, he was like a tactician with it, man. I was like, damn. And Woodshed, I mean, it was just if you just sit back and listen, you gonna learn something today, partner.
Yeah, man.
You know, hey, y'all were on point. That was one of the best shows. That's one of your top three shows today, Freeze. I got to give it to you, man.
Yeah, man. Those dudes did all the heavy lifting, man. I was just there
Well, they
pumping.
calmed your nerves. They calmed your nerves, Freeze, because you had that look like you walked into class and you found out you got a pop quiz and you didn't study.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, look, I heard you say, "Hey," because on the replay you say you was ready to go smoke, and I was like, "Man, I can't tell. Freeze, go get that. Put down the pack of cools. Don't break out the cools, man."
Yeah, man. I got a pack of Newports, a carton of Newports headed to the house tomorrow, bro. I still gotta. I can't go in the store and buy them, bro. I'm just have them shipped to the house, man.
Well, Amazon ship everything, so
They ship everything, bro. That Instacart, bro. Instacart
hmm
wave, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call. Hey, long as they ain't doing those, you doing Newports. Don't tell me you're gonna have. Don't long as Mocha ain't trying to join you. You had to break out those Benson and Hedges for her.
Nah, man, she ain't fucking around. She ain't messing around. As a matter of fact, she and I laughed like this guy that be on Vibes with us, and I showed her the clip about this old man that be on Vibes and stuff with us, talking about if a lady smoke, bro.
Oh,
We
that
still
guy,
laugh at
yeah.
that to this day. To this day, bro.
Yeah, that guy was something else talking about that, man.
To
Woman
this
smoke.
day. To this day, bro.
If she put a cancer stick to that mouth, it's a wrap.
You just got to go, bro.
These got to go. She out of here.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
man. You out of here like parachute pants.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, hey, smoke a little
hilarious.
greeny green. Hey, you can do a little greeny green, but cancer stick,
Yeah.
square, no. And Lord forbid she break out a black and mild. Oh, hell to the no.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
You
Oh
know,
no. Yeah. Oh no.
Man, look, oh, it could be Megan Good fine. It can't stick, no, baby.
No, we can't. Yeah, we can't holler, bro.
Yeah, you can't be waking up in the morning sounding like DOC in the morning. No, I can't hear that, man.
Yeah, and then the first thing you do is go grab another one.
Yeah, man.
You already sound like it's the diggy doc, y'all.
Yeah, sound like got a voice like the DOC, after the wreck and stuff.
But
You like, oh no.
Bootley, what's his name? What was his name on the Chronic?
Bootley
Farnsworth?
Collins. Bootley, yeah. It was Bootley Farnsworth. Yeah. Nah, can't be calling those sound like Bootley Farnsworth, man. I don't care. You can be prime Megan Good. Oh no. No. Yeah, I mean, look, we got to attempt. Get a little Nicorette or something, girl. Get you on that for a little while, but you got to get you a drag on the square before you go to bed. Wake up in the morning with a cup of coffee and a drink. Nah, I'm good, babe. I'm good.
Yeah. I just can't.
Yeah,
Which says I got a pack of Benson and Hedges for you, and not for me. You don't. I like living, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like living, bro. I'm trying to get down.
Man.
I'm trying to get this weight down. I'm trying to get down to like 225, bro. Ain't nobody got time for, do I have a meme that say ain't nobody got time for that? Let me see if I got a meme that say ain't nobody got time for that. Do we have that? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, Wiz, if he smoked cigarettes, he probably smoked cigarettes. Those the generic just says cigarette.
Yeah, man.
Like they used to put those old cigarettes in the T-Rats back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, strong ass, stale ass cigarette.
Yeah. It was like, damn, I can see the future.
Will choke you out.
Yeah, man, it choke you out like that Popeyes biscuit, man. Lungs be all tarred out.
2 canteens of water.
Yeah, man. Hey, lungs be all dried out. Lips be all chapped. Like, you got to get oxygen mask just to smoke. Hey, to get a drag. Oh no, we good.
Andio says, Wiz smoke Mavericks menthol 100s. they almost like Newports. Almost.
Hey,
almost like Newport.
Man, Wiz is a Joe Camel kind of guy.
Yeah, man.
Unfiltered.
Yeah, you gonna look like Joe Camel, man. Look. Yeah, man.
Hey, it's just like I was just saying that's just what the Knicks were doing. They was smoking them boys. They came back. You know the beautiful thing about it though, Freeze. They came back from 26 down and won by 10.
Right. And could have won by more, man. They could have.
Yeah. So could have.
Yeah.
Shout out to the team, man. Shout out to our Knicks, man. They dug in, and it was dark times. We lost 3 games in a row. They had those games. It was some assists, from the Zebras. But, we had one, even with the Zebras, then we didn't hit free throws, but we were knocking them down. Towards the end, you saw the concentration was gone. They were just letting them go. They wasn't missing them. You know, I would say this: every chance we get, we pull into a gym. I'm getting Mitch. I'm sitting them on that line. Mitch, you got to hit these free throws, baby.
You bet. I'm like Mitch. You better not move unless you hit 5 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I'm talking about you ain't drinking no water, no nothing until
Nothing.
5 in a row.
Like,
and 5 in a row ain't nothing, right? But bro,
look, you do all this. Like, I can look. I need you to hit these free throws, partner. We need, because playoffs are right around the corner, and free throws are crucial. You know, what's crazy is I know, you know, you see cats, they lighting it up from outside from 3-point land. You put them on that free throw line, it's a wrap. They get fouled, they turn into Lil Darryl. Leave me alone.
Hey, shout out to DSJ. DSJ says, I love Virginia ham. Wow, DSJ, I ain't know you like Virginia ham like that, bro.
Highly glazed.
Yeah. in the purple fall.
Oh.
Yeah, you like that Virginia ham in the purple fall.
Oh shit. Hey, look, DSJ and Bully be fighting over that VA ham.
Yeah, man.
Virginia ham. But no, Freeze, you know, I'm in a good mood, man. That did me good, man, to see that win. I mean, like I said, I believe in what we can do. You know, I'm staying positive. Yeah, we had a blow. Oh, it wasn't even a massive blow, because we've been playing without Randall. And truth be told, a lot of us, you know, I was holding on hope that maybe he can come back, but with a dislocation, as bad as it looked, he didn't make, you know, got to get the surgery. Hey, it's time for the cats to get going. And like I said, this is a chance for Precious to shine, because he's going to be playing a pivotal role.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he's going to have a pivotal role. And I agree with you on what you said earlier today, Freeze, about iHeart.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, I got to run. I got to end it right here, because I got to do some things before we jump on at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everybody, for coming through and rocking with us. I'm gonna make a stop by the John, and then I'm gonna hop over on the other joint, man, so that I can be up bright and early in the morning to do the Knicks morning drive. So thank y'all, everybody, for coming through. Sophie, come check us out, man, if you got a few minutes.
Yeah, I can slide on through there, because, you know, I'm gonna be bad, and you know, before I had to be bad Andy tomorrow and try to slide on in the morning. But yeah, my work day start at 5 in the morning.
Oh man, well, all right, y'all.